Okay, Sriyan, I can see you. Sriyan, thank you so much for joining this interview session. So how are you,
Okay.
Sriyan? Everything fine?
I'm all good. Currently, the situation is not good in Sri Lanka actually, based on the COVID responses and all. So, other than that, yeah, it's all good.
Okay, Sriyan. So please tell me something about SAP MM.
All right. So, SAP MM is material management, the basic part of the inventory management and all in a given company, whether it is trading or uh, maybe manufacturing industry. Still, in any industry, MM is the key part because the purchase orders, the vendors, the inventory process, and everything runs through the MM process. So, we just go deep down. The plant will be created based on the settings given by the business process, and then you can align all your inventory process, how the inventory is coming in, and how the inventory is going out from the business based on sales orders and all. There's every part there's integration process. So when there's an integration process, obviously there would be integration process with the finance management as well, where when there's a purchase being made from the vendor, the finance part also hits based on the GL accounts. That is the integration point from MM towards finance, and then the quality management when it comes to the goods receivable, and then along with that we have the finished good being deposited towards the warehouse. Once that is being sent, we could send it towards the customer where the sales integration points from MM. So that's just the overview in terms of MM.
Okay, thank you. So Sriyan, what is the difference between purchase requisition and purchase order?
Purchase requisition is mainly internally. Internal department could raise a purchase requisition saying that I need this amount of goods. Because, see, for an example, you can have the production planner raising a request saying we are running short of this particular material. Then you can get it down for us, the department, purchasing department. And then the purchase department would hire the purchase requisition and then convert that to purchase order based on the info record that they have to a selected vendor. The price is being mapped based on the info record as well, or the info record scales you call to go in deep, and then you could have the source list being mapped as well to get the exact vendor. So the purchase order would be the external party driven document. Purchase requisition would be the internal part.
Okay, okay. My next question is, please tell me what is subcontracting cycle in MM?
Right. Subcontracting is something that you give away to imagine if you have the production process being done, and then if you want the a part of the production process being done by a separate vendor, subcontracting vendor, you can send it out to a subcontractor. So in that, you will raise a subcontracting PO where you have subcontracting protocol as well, and the goods will be shipped out. Where at the latter part of the stage, once the goods are being completed from the finished good and all, based on the movement type 543, 541 would be good issuable part towards the vendor, subcontracting vendor, and then once we get it back for 543 movement type, that would be a goods in. That's where all the inventory is being counted in.
So Sriyan, what do you consider to be your biggest professional achievement so far?
So far, based on the clients that I'm working right now, I'm working for US clients, and then the one biggest thing is solutioning. So I had to solution a high-end process, which is fairly tough, I would say. We had to try many times based on the code, and I had to work with an ABAP as well to come into the solution. So that I consider myself as the biggest achievement so far in terms of SAP. And then along with that, the biggest achievement would be the examination, the certification done in last year.
Okay. So why do you want to leave your current job?
It's like this. It's not just leaving the current job and then as it is and then moving on. It's just always discovering new opportunities. Today I'm in I have done trading. I have done in manufacturing industry, and then currently I'm in the fashion related industry, which is the retail sector. Now I don't know which company where I belong right now. The next assignment I don't know based on this job, but I always want to explore more opportunities on more industries. So it could be like geographically, increasing all the experience, because at the end of the day, it's just experience, right? So that's all what counts, the knowledge and the experience. So there'll be more knowledge, more you expand yourself, more knowledge, more experience. That's the main reason.
Okay, great. Thank you. So, what is the difference between contracts and scheduling agreement?
A contract, a contract can be, imagine you got a contract with a vendor saying it will be quantity contract or a value contract, right? And then apart from that, we will just talk about the contract itself. You can just have a discussion with the vendor saying I could have this amount of goods at this price, or price being main, which is the value contract. So that's just a contract which is like the something similar to scheduling agreement, right? And then apart from that, you got the scheduling agreement goes on a timeline based on the timelines that we agree.
Okay. Okay. So, if you have a multi line item PO, can you release the PO item by item?
You can do it. You can have the PO release strategy being item. That's only in the PO, but in the PR you cannot.
Okay. Okay. So, tell me, what are the various steps in the cycle from material creation through invoice?
You create the purchase requisition first, and then you
Yes.
convert the purchase requisition into the purchase order. Once the purchase order is being done, you can either go for an inbound delivery, or you can just go to the Migo screen and then do your GRN over there. Once it is done, you could just raise the invoice through Miro, where you can do the invoice towards the vendor. So GR is the main perspective where you have the invoice data, accounting data being mapped.
Okay, good. So, can you tell me what are the various features of consignment stocks?
You mean the vendor consignment stock?
Yes. Features of
Okay.
consignment stocks, basically. Feature consignment stocks.
Okay. Consignment stock is the stock that we have in our warehouse that does not belong to us. So imagine if I'm the company, I have stock of my vendor in my warehouse premises, but that does not belong to me. When I want, I would consume those goods. So based on the consumption that I make, that would be the inventory hit.
Okay. Uh, can you tell me what is the price control indicator?
Sorry, I think sorry.
Okay. What is the price control indicator? Is my question clear to you?
Price control indicator, which is standard price or moving average price. That is the
Price
price control
control
indicator.
indicator is maintained in accounting view, and
Yeah,
is used to determine how a material will be evaluated like this.
it's based on the moving average price or the standard price. That is the
Standard
price
price.
control indicator. That is
Yes.
VOS.
Okay. So, can you tell me about the toughest decision you had to make in the last 6 months?
Toughest it's a tough question, to be honest. Uh, the decision that I have to make in terms of SAP is that I had to do a mapping based on a inbound delivery being received based on the reference number, and then the reference number had to be going to multiple POs. So we had to take a call in terms of the business as well, and then map based on the business process. I mean, change the business process or streamline the business process in terms of the information or the data that we get from the third party adjoining system, which is the vendor system, and then we have to align those. So I would just call that as a tougher decision in terms of SAP, because we had to make tough calls to make sure that our process is being aligned and the business is running well as well. Apart from that, I of course do not recall any tough decision that I had to make in the last 6 months. I mean, in general either.
Okay. So tell me how you think other people would describe you.
Recently, I had my reviews actually for the last year, and then
Okay.
I actually got a very good review from the solution architect in my company, along with the projects that I'm handling right now. And then I have always said that I'm the best resource in terms of supply chain, which is MM and WM, along with inbound delivery and stuff, and integration points as well, like the most knowledgeable member in the team. And apart from that, I'm easygoing. I mean, based on my peers, I'm easygoing, easy to work with. I'm actually leading 2 teams right now, and then my team members have been really good with me, being positive. Recently, been saying that the cool guy to work with. So I have the team spirit. I always build the team spirit. So that's all I could say.
Okay, Sriyan, thank you so much for joining this interview session. So basically, this is a very initial phase. So once you are shortlisted here, then you will be contacted for the second round of the interview. And in that round, you will get to know everything about the company, the compensation package, information, and everything related to this job.
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay. I just
um,
got one question, if you don't mind.
yes, please.
Yeah. So, can I know the job description actually? Uh,
Basically, this role is basically you have to lead a team. The team consists of 10 to 15 members. Okay,
okay.
so this position is based in Singapore. So this is a multinational company actually. So a lot of people from different background, different countries are there. So you have to maintain a team, big team, I must say. So basically, we are looking for a person who have some leadership quality, who can lead a team like this. So this is the thing. Actually, okay, Shreya. So take
All
care.
right. Yes. Right. Thank you very much. You let me know how it goes.
Okay.